You know how podcasters say, start with what you have. What you have is enough. I think they forget to tell us that what you can start with is the confidence to start. I've always wanted to start a podcast here. And every time I want to start, there's something that discourages me. Yes, I know that you can start with what you have. For example, I've had all this equipment at home for like a year plus, right? But I couldn't get myself to start because I cringe when I watch myself. I'm not a video photo, if you know me. If I wear a nice outfit, once I have a photo, I'm good. I don't video myself. Like, what's the need? Anyway. But now, I want to start a podcast because I feel like there's a lot that we can talk about. Right? I used to rant a lot about WhatsApp, and people would say, "Oh, you should start a podcast," and they're not saying it in a way of they're cheering me on. I know I'm going to be good at podcast, but I hate to see myself cringe. And then I think it was one podcaster that said that you have to get over the cringe part. Like you're gonna cringe. So it doesn't matter if you start now, it doesn't matter if you start in 10 years time. You're definitely going to cringe. So you do your videos first so you can get over the cringe. So I was like, you know what, yes. So this is my first video in case you're cringing. I'm cringing as well, but as I've been told, I have to get over the cringe to get to a point where I watch myself and I'm like, oh, that's so good. See me slapping everywhere, and I'm sure it's gonna go into the audio. Anyway, this is my first podcast video. I'm excited because I'm getting over this. If you're cringing too much, move on. I mean, there's so many people that I watch and I'm like, that's cringe. They don't care. They posted it. I watched it or I scrolled through. So, and some of them now, when I see their videos, like, oh, I remember when this lady started. I remember when this dude started. I was cringing at his videos, but now it's so good. I mean, there's some people that I'm still cringing years after. So I'm not sure how long the cringe would be for my videos, but we'll get through it. Yeah, we'll get through it. I mean, as a writer as well, if I look at some of my write-ups, say 5, 6, 7 years ago, oh my god, I cringe. I need to look when it's something. I can't read that book. I can't read it. Like, I can't. And I still everybody say, oh, it was such a good book. But I can't because I see like a lot of mistakes. I mean, growth as a writer, I see that. So I think I remind myself that you would have to grow, you would have to start. So if I want to start a podcast, I better just start now. So enough of the cringe story. What's my podcast going to be about? It's just us talking, right? If you know me, I'm assuming that the set of people that will listen to this podcast obviously are my contacts. So you know how I talk about topics, you know the topics that I talk about. So you'll be us talking about different topics. I'm not coming here to give you advice. I just want to talk. And I feel like that's what podcast is for. It's like instead of writing, you talk. You share the thoughts in your head. Talk about topics, share experiences, and just have fun with the words. And what would my ideal success be when it comes to this podcast? It would be that after a busy day on your way to work, you listen to me and you're like, let me hear what I talked about today. Like you're looking forward to speaking to a virtual friend. I think that's my ideal goal to say, I was driving to work and I listened to you, or after work I listened to you, or during my break I listened to you. It's like you knowing that you have people out there that are listening to you, not for the traditional reason of scrolling through, but people that actually go to listen to you consciously because they want to hear what you talked about this week. I'm going to push to make this a weekly thing. I'm recording at work because that in the house, not so much quietness. I might not be able to record. I mean, locations might change. It's a new thing. So I feel like this is my first video and we'll take it from there. Yeah. Should we talk about something today? I feel like this podcast just introduce who I am, what it would be. I don't have a script, and to be honest, most of my podcasts will be without a script. Obviously, I have a topic in mind to talk about, but when we start talking, then my thoughts process will lead through the conversation. If I'm not okay with it, I want to press upload. If I'm okay with it, I'll upload it, right? I'm trying to upload every episode that I record now, because I feel like if I don't, I would always say, oh, it's not good enough, and I wouldn't upload at all. And I'm trying to get over that order, get the cringe out and get to the perfect. So I mean, these could be your whatever you want to start. Just start it, man. I mean, it doesn't matter if you think it's perfect. For example, I wanted a picture in this background, and I couldn't figure out the picture because I didn't want any picture in the background that didn't speak me. And I just left it blank, the more I think about what to do, how to do it, I'm never going to get used to it, right? So let's just start, and then we will build from there. So I feel like whatever you want to do, whatever you're thinking about, just do it. I mean, I'm somebody that if I tell you how many things I've tried, some have worked, some have not worked, but guess what? I don't flipping care what works or not. I'm okay with reinventing myself. I'm okay with I tried that, it didn't work. Moving on. I feel like there's nothing saying that I have to see anything through if it doesn't serve its purpose. So the purpose of this podcast is for me to find a way to let out the words in my head, to let out the thoughts in my head, because I'd stopped writing for a while. I used to ghostwrite, I used to write for top blogs, and I used to write for my blog. I used to edit and write books for people. But I kind of stepped back on that for like a year now, a year plus, because life got busy. So like, you know what, let me do this podcast, because I read the articles that I've written like 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. Even though I cringe at the start because I've improved now, it kind of reminds me of where I'm coming from or my thought process. And as a creative or as a writer, I'm somebody who thinks a lot. It just reminds me of progress. I don't think that anybody should lose a part of them to memory. So it's like, what happened in 2013? I'm not really sure. But if I look at my write-ups in 2013, I can tell you where I was, or I can remind myself the era. And for me, it is important to always remind myself, because I feel like life would always be life. But when you remind yourself of the good, the bad, the ugly, you can either hope that, oh, it's getting better, or like, you know what, I need to go back to how maybe happy or how carefree, or not go back to how sad, it just reminds you of the topics of your life. So the way I wrote about friendship in 2015, if I read it now, I should be able to tell, okay, do I want to improve? The essence of this podcast is so I don't lose a part of myself to memory. I want to be able to go back to listen to them in 5, 6 years' time and see the growth or see the pattern and be able to continue to live life consciously. I don't know if it's everybody or just the people that write. You like to share those thoughts with people, because I feel like I know that in life there's nothing that is exclusively yours. Like whatever you're going through, there's somebody somewhere going through the same thing, the same exact thing, right? Might be a different name, might be a different environment, but the same feeling, the same thing, the same subject, same theme. So I feel like when you write or when you share, you're giving voice to maybe somebody that is thinking about it and might be up to them. They might be able to pick a thing or two, or they might be able to say, oh my God, it's not just me, or oh my God, that's exactly it, or wow, so somebody else is going for it. So I feel like everybody needs to share in their own way. I mean, if you're not a writer or you don't like to speak about your thoughts, there's definitely a way in your life where you share with other people. Everybody has it. So yeah, just to starting this podcast. Let's see how it goes. I promise you, if I want this video, I'm gonna be cringy. But guess what? I posted it. Bye. See you next time.